Where you are born, does that influence who you become in life? As a Gen Xer, we hear it all the time, and you have heard it all the time that when we were born certainly influences who we become in life. Gen X is very proud of the fact that we were born after the Boomer generation, starting in 1965 by the measure of many people through whatever it was, 1990 or whatever it is. Uh, I was born at the very beginning of the Gen X generation, March of 1965. But it's where I was born that I think influenced a lot of my life. I don't know why it did. I was born in Walnut Creek, California. And for the first 5 years of my life, I lived in Hayward and Fremont, California. If you're familiar with the Bay Area, it's a little bit east of San Francisco and just a little bit north, just a stone's throw from Silicon Valley. And today I love all things electronic. I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, I have an iPad, I have a Mac in my office. I love electronics. I've been blessed to be able to use computers all my life, starting with the TRS-80 from Radio Shack, an Apple II Plus, an IBM PC, a compact portable, on and on and on, right? So being born within a stone's throw of Silicon Valley certainly had an influence in my life. I don't know why it did, mostly probably because of my father. He worked in computers in 1965 to 1970 in the Bay Area. Of course, if you're not familiar with Silicon Valley, uh, look it up, watch the several documentaries that are out there on Amazon and other places, Netflix. Um, Apple Computer was started in Silicon Valley. Hewlett Packard, Intel, um, and other computer companies. Atari Game Systems was started in Silicon Valley. So living there for the first 5 years of my life, I think did something to my DNA where I love electronics and especially computers. I'm not in the computer industry today. Some of you probably are already aware if you're following me here or on other social media platforms. I'm actually an ordained minister, but I use computers every single day. In fact, pretty much from the moment I wake up to the time I go to bed, I have some kind of electronic device involved in what I am doing, checking social media, contacting other people in the ministry team, checking in with members of my church, getting ready to craft a message or preach a message or to put a devotion out on social media, on and on and on. So, where you're born, I think, affects and makes a difference in your life just as much as when you are born. And for Gen X, being born within a stone's throw, as I said, of Silicon Valley, that made a huge difference. That's part one of my Gen X story. Stay tuned and look out for part number two coming very soon.